Today's video is going to be kind of fun. We're going to benchmark GLM, specifically the new 5.3 version, and then the older 5.2 version, and make it build some demos that I think are kind of fun and really showcase what the model is capable of on a one-shot prompt. Now, I've made videos about GLM 5.2 a couple times now, and in my last video, we got to run about 12 to 14 tokens per second on my big server, which was a big step up in a lot of ways from when I very first ran GLM 5.2 at 4 tokens a second on a completely different server you haven't seen. But Llama, since that video has been made, added MTP support, and so now GLM 5.2 can run at about 21 tokens per second on the exact same server. That makes it really nice for running these benchmarks and just going through and doing this testing. So today's video is all about benchmarking and just GLM. And so we're going to test 3 different prompts that I think are kind of fun. One is a Minecraft demo, the other one is a fluid simulation demo, and then my favorite is a Portal 2 game type demo. And they're pretty cool. We're going to test the 5.3 version paid. I love to test it locally, but it's just not available yet, but that's okay. We'll test the 5.2 version paid as well, and then we're gonna test the 2-bit and 3-bit versions of GLM 5.2 locally on the server to compare the local AI that I can run now versus the paid version you can get if you wanna do it that way. So I think it's interesting, but disclaimer, I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that my benchmarking is perfect. I promise you there are probably better ways of doing this. This benchmarking was just designed for how I do work now and how I use these models, and so it replicates kind of my workflow. And so I don't want you to think that like this is the way you should probably do this 100%. It just replicates more of what I usually do daily anyways. But with that being said, every model gets the exact same prompt. They're being asked to build this thing, and then we basically go through and we'll review them. And so the only thing changing is just the model. The harness, the IDE, the setup is all the same otherwise. And so we should get some pretty interesting results because of that. So I want to show you this. Let's go ahead and jump into it. I'll show you each demo against all the models and what they did. Let's do it. All right, starting up, we got the paid version of GLM 5.2 under the Minecraft demo. First run, it failed. I had to get the console log, but it did fix it. It looks really good. Everything's functional. I couldn't find any bugs with it. Then I gave it to the server locally under the 3-bit version. First run failed, but I gave it the console log. It did fix it. Next run worked. Only weird thing though is the sides of the blocks are black and digging only shows black, so there's some geometry issue there. And then left and right was swapped as far as movement, and the textures just aren't the best. So, okay. I gave it the 2-bit version. Interestingly enough, the first run, it just one-shots it, no issues. Everything works. The only complaint I had was that the left and right were swapped, and the textures are just not that amazing, but I'd consider it a success. The 5.3 version of the Minecraft demo one-shots it perfectly, no bugs, textures look great, fantastic. That was really good. Moving on to the fluid demo, the paid version of 5.2, first time worked, no issues, fully functional, no bugs, one-shots it, fantastic. The 3-bit version locally, you know, the first run fails to render. I asked it to fix it, gave it a couple different attempts to do that. It just couldn't fix it. I don't know why, that's a bummer. The 2-bit version, interestingly enough, one-shots it. I don't know why. Totally works, but it's just kind of laggy. So that's a fascinating result, I think. And then the 5.3 pay version, one-shots it. Like, looks great, no issues. Probably the best out of all of them with that. Very happy with that result. Moving on to one of my favorite ones, the Portal demo. The 5.2 version paid, just boom, first run works, it's awesome, there's no issues, one-shots it, very happy with it. The 3-bit version Portal, the first ran, it loaded, it was buggy, I asked it to fix it, it couldn't, I don't know, that's a bummer. The 2-bit version first run failed, had to give the console log, asked to fix it again, but it did fix it. Portals look okay, but the controls are inverted and I can't walk through them, and I don't know, it's just a little bit buggy, but it's not the worst compared to the 3-bit version. And then the 5.3 version just slam dunks it, but the first run though had errors. I had to paste the console and had it fix it, but then after it fixed it, fully functional, has infinite mirrors, the portals look great, it feels good, fantastic in my opinion. So, you know, my takeaway on this is I feel like GLM is just more sensitive to the quantization. And I just have a feeling there's something with the 3-bit version that doesn't make a lot of sense to me. And it might just be how that version was created by the original creator Unsloth. I just don't know why it's doing this. You could try a 4-bit version, but I'm sticking to 2-bit and 3-bit because on my server, those 2 versions run completely in the GPU memory. I don't have to overflow to the RAM. So for performance reasons, I'm just sticking with those 2 for now. But hey, Obviously, GLM can do some stuff that's interesting on the local copy, but there is some performance differences as far as what it can produce and what the quality is going to look like. And so do with that what you will, but I think it's a fun set of benchmarks, and obviously it's capable of some really interesting things. The pay versions are really good. 5.3 is definitely better than 5.2 in a number of respects. I have to spend more time with it, but I hope they give us that version to run locally because I think it's a pretty good step up. So anyways, hope you enjoyed the video. I'm gonna make more benchmark videos moving forward. I'll probably do it per model because there's a lot to go over for every single one. But again, I'm not saying it's the best model in the world. I'm not saying your model's any lacks any more than this one can do, but this is my testing, this is my results. I'll see you guys in the next one.